Hi everyone, this is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions. I am back. I'm actually bringing you a Valentine's Day card today. I know we've done some Valentine's Day treat holders and things like that, so let's go ahead and do a card today. Now, this is the prototype of the one that I came up with, and I'm going to change it up just a little bit. So we're going to be using the same set of papers and things like that, but it's going to look a little different. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we need a piece of basic gray cardstock that is 5.5 inches tall by 8.5 inches wide. Go ahead and score it down the middle at 4 1/4, and we are going to fold it in half and burnish with a bone folder. So simple, I know. We're going to set that aside. Now we're going to grab out our basic gray ink pad and open this up. And we're also grabbing our Lucky Elephant stamp set. I'm sorry if the light's kind of shining on it. I'll try to move it around just a little bit here. So we got our Lucky Elephant stamp set. We're going to be using the elephant today. I think he's just so stinking adorable. Okay, and we already have him mounted up. So we see our Lucky Elephant here. You're going to need a piece of regular Whisper White paper that is 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Don't worry about writing down any directions, dimensions, supplies, anything like that. Go ahead and click in the description bar below. It'll take you out to the free tutorial where everything is listed for you. Okay, now, if you guys are wondering what block this is block E. He does fit, so I go ahead and stick him on block E. He's a little bit crooked. He's actually a very large stamp. Amazingly enough, he's a very, very large stamp. So I go ahead and stick him on block E. All right, I'm inking him up here. Make sure he gets nice and inked up. Okay, so you guys can see that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stamp him. If my head gets in the camera, I'm going to move this down just a little bit so I can see. I do apologize. He fills up basically the entire 3.5 by 3.5 inch square here. And sit him down. Now I will also tell you, you need to put even pressure on him. We found this out in a class I gave the other day. Put even pressure, but then put extra pressure on his backside area, like where that design is. Otherwise, for some reason, the ink does not like to come off. But be very careful. Do not rock your stamp. He will leave a ring. So there you go. Now, in my original, where is it? I used basic gray. It looks very dark here. I have a very juicy ink pad. He will lighten up. So always keep that in mind when you guys are using the basic gray. He will lighten up quite a bit. Okay. Now, go ahead and close up our basic gray ink pad. We're going to do all of our stamping first. I'm now going to bring in my real red ink pad because we're going to balance everything out. And I'm back to that Watercolor Wishes stamp set. I think this thing is just amazing. And I was like, hey, you know what? This stamp set has this thing that says, "You are so loved," and these hearts. That's awesome. That's perfect for Valentine's Day. So that's what I used. I already went ahead and I mounted it up. So I put the "You Are So Loved," and then I took the little mini hearts and I put them underneath. Grab yourself out another piece of Whisper White paper. This is for the inside of the card. It is 4 inches by 5 1/4. It'll give you an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Ink up your stamp in real red ink. Very carefully. Hope I stamped this straight the first time out the door. You are so loved. Not my favorite. We're turning it over. Okay, trying that one more time. I have a very, very juicy real red ink pad. So I have to be careful kind of sometimes because it's so juicy. That's better. Okay. It's not quite as likely to smear. All right, I'm going to let that dry for just a few seconds. Really long time. Okay. Back to what we were doing. Go ahead and grab in a piece of Sending Love Designer Series paper. This measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, so 4 across, 5 1/4 inch tall. Now we have in our Sale-A-Bration catalog, we have our 3/8 inch metallic ribbon. So Sale-A-Bration catalog is if you spend $50 here in the US. Sorry guys, I don't know what it is in the UK. All right, to be clear, just spend a different amount. You can pick one item out of our Sale-A-Bration catalog, and this 3/8 inch metallic ribbon is in there. And we're going to be using that today. Now, I cut about 14 and a half, 15 inches. That's way more than anybody's going to need. I think in the directions, I'm probably going to say about 13 inches, 13 and a half. And all I'm going to do is slide it underneath towards the bottom here and in the middle. And I'm just going to, again, I was kind of designing this more for a male, so I'm not going to tie it in a bow. I'm just going to tie it in a knot. And I was like, hey, a knot's good for a guy. A guy doesn't necessarily want a bow. A guy wants a knot. Let's put that there, readjust, there we go. As I said, you guys can see here, you have plenty to tie with. You probably don't want the 15 inches. I'm going to put 14 in your directions. But again, you don't want that. So again, not trying to tie a bow. For a lot of you, you don't like tying bows. I don't blame you. I don't like tying bows. I've gotten good at them over the years, but I'm going to trim off a little bit more. So for a guy, you want a knot. Okay, we're going to turn this over. And we're going to grab some Stampin' Dimensionals here. Now, I like to use my dimensionals partially to hold my ribbon in place. I'm going to use 5 dimensionals on the back. So I'm going to do 4 corners. Somebody asked me once, one of my clients asked me, how do you decide how many to put on? I typically go with 5 because I don't like a saggy middle. But I do 4 corners and typically the center. But since we have the ribbon down towards the bottom here, I'm not going to let it slide up too far. The dimensional helps keep it in place. So let's go ahead and remove the backs to this. Ooh, come on. So our Sending Love Designer Series paper, I'm using the one that basically says love in a whole bunch of languages. It was predominantly red, and that's why I chose this side. Everything is 2-sided. It's 6x6 sheets of paper. And your leftovers from this can help make the glassine treat bags that you guys saw in my YouTube video. I think it was Friday, maybe, or last week sometime, probably. Maybe the week before. So there you go. We have that. Now, should we just attach this directly? Or should we pop it up on dimension? I think I'm just going to do straight. So I'm going to take my snail adhesive, put some snail on the back of my elephant here. I wanted to make sure in case I wanted to send this in the mail, I can. And if you guys add too much dimension, your postman doesn't like you very much. Okay. So go ahead and center that towards the top of your, above your ribbon. Let's put it that way, above your ribbon. Now, I'm going to grab my heart and 2 mini glue dots. I'm just going to take my heart directly to my mini glue dot and stick it, and stick it. And I'm going to add him to the side of my elephant's trunk here. Actually, I really like this one. Oh my gosh, we almost forgot to put on the inside. So go ahead and grab the inside piece here to your card. Quickly add some snail to the back of that. Center it, about 1/8 inch border all the way around. And there you go. I actually like this one a lot more. I like the simplicity of it. I'm a very simplistic person and I love the simplicity of it. Again, once this dries, it's going to look a lot like this. But I like just the one. And again, in here, you've got multiple, in your Sending Love embellishments, you have a smaller heart if you wished. You have some open hearts. You have some flowers. You have a small solid flower, as well as the outline of the small solid flower. I cannot say that. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know which one you guys enjoy the most. I would love to see what you guys come up with. And if you enjoyed this card, please go ahead and like it. If you would like to see more of this type of project, please go ahead and subscribe. This is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions saying see you guys next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.